I am one with my glorious I Am presence. And Holy Christ Self. My personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment. I pull in my aura so that it is fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. And I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. I congratulate you in all of the wonderful work many of you are doing because of your perseverance and constancy in watching these videos and in following the instructions that are given here. We hear from many of you that you are progressing rapidly along your path because you are following the instructions and doing your meditations and spiritual work daily. This is proof enough that these videos contain truth because you have tested them yourself and you have seen for yourself the results that come when you do the work. Keep your hearts open, beloved. Stay clearly on your path. And continue to make each day's efforts, regardless of how you feel. There are days when Christmas feels that she is not up to doing these videos. In the past, she would have used the way she felt as an excuse not to do them. But a little while back, she decided that there would be no more excuses. That no matter how she felt on any given day, she had the faith and the trust to just set up the video, sit down, and open herself to receive me. I have promised to her that I would always be there, no matter how she was feeling. And she has had the proof of this by doing these videos on a daily basis, regardless of how she feels. I bring this up now, beloveds, because I would like to ask something similar of you. I would like to ask you to have enough faith and trust in me that no matter what situation you are involved in the outer world, that you ask for my assistance and know that it will be there. That if you have something that you want to say to someone and don't have the words, that you will ask for my divine guidance to give you the proper words to speak in any given situation, and especially in those situations where you wish to bring assistance. Many times assistance is rejected because it comes from ego. Your heart truly desires to help and to bring assistance, but your ego mind does not know what type of assistance is in divine alignment with the person and their particular situation. What is good and right for you might not be good and right for them. So these are the times, beloveds, to go beyond your ego mind, to go into that place of stillness and of trust, and ask me to bring forth the words that the person needs to hear. And while you do so, focus on your heart of love, so that love is carrying the words to the person. The person will feel the love and then will decide for him or herself whether to listen to the words or not. You cannot oblige anyone to listen, beloveds. No matter how much you know, no matter how much you think that what you know and what you say are the most perfect things for them, it may not be so at all. So come into your heart of love, of faith. Let the words flow through you. And then have no attachment or involvement with the results and with what the person decides that they are going to do. Whether or not they follow your advice is no concern of yours. Your only obligation is to open up and to receive the divine information and then to express it as purely as you possibly can. Your obligations stop there. And there should be no judgment, one way or the other, as to whether the person follows that advice and as to the consequences that occur in their lives, whether or not they follow the advice. Remember that each time you allow truth to flow through you in this way, you are planting seeds of truth within the consciousness of the one who hears the words. Sometimes these seeds take a while to sprout, and they may take an even longer while to bear fruit. Once again, that is not up to you. But be the Johnny Appleseed of spiritual truth. Sow your seeds everywhere, just as Johnny Appleseed did when he traversed the Americas many years ago, throwing seeds everywhere, not caring whether they were going onto fertile land or not, never knowing if they were going to bear fruit or grow into seedlings or any stage of growth at all. He simply planted and continued on his path. This is what you are to do, beloveds. Plant your seeds of truth everywhere, regardless of whom the listener is, regardless of what they do with it. Your obligation is only to be the truth the best you can. Be divine love in action. Love, beloveds, is never stagnant. It is ever flowing from one heart to the next, from one atom to the next. Love is in continual, eternal circulation throughout the universe. And so it is within you, beloveds. If you hold on to the love that you were given and allow it to feed simply the ego mind, it will soon be gone. Love should always be given freely to everyone and everything you set your eyes upon. Love it, beloveds. Even the harshest, most difficult things to perceive. And here I'm talking about things that occur in reality, not the imagined horror fantasies that are projected onto your screens and onto the screen of your consciousness. I'm talking about natural catastrophes or karmic circumstances in which people appear to be suffering greatly. These people need not your pity, but they do need your love as compassion. If you are able to give them your assistance in a material fashion, then by all means do so. But most importantly, give them your love in a non-judgmental fashion. Pity always has judgment in it. Pity comes from a lack of understanding of why the person is experiencing an apparent hardship. If the person is fulfilling a karmic debt, then the apparent hardship is a blessing in disguise. And there should be rejoicing rather than pity. For the person will soon move into a new level of accomplishment, of fulfillment and joy. So be judgment-free. Allow the love to flow through you at all times. And do this regardless of how you feel. Even on those days when you feel that you have love for nothing or no one, because you are so wrapped up in the thoughts and turmoils of your own inner world. Especially on those days, just open your mind and ask me to come through you so that you might be a source of blessing to someone in the world. but you will not perceive the need of the person if you are totally wrapped up in your own inner mind, in your own movie that you are projecting of pain and suffering, sadness, depression, anxiety, whatever it is. Remember, those are movies, and you are the writer of the script, and you can change the script at any time. Just take a deep breath and say, cut. Just like the director yells while he's filming a movie. When the scene is over and he wants it to stop, he says cut. Well, you can say cut to your own version of reality that you are projecting and following at any given time. Then when you say cut, change your focus. Just like changing the focus on a camera. Focus the camera on something else. Something that brings you joy. Something that makes you feel loving, kind, compassionate. Look around you. Look to see where you can lend a helping hand. Get out of your own mind and enter into the oneness of the divine mind. And the divine mind will always show you where you can bring love, beauty, joy, assistance of any kind. This will help you speedily along your path, beloveds. And it will be a source of great joy to you when done in a selfless fashion. I thank you for doing this work, beloveds. I thank you for listening to these videos. I love you always, and I bless you. I am Metatron.